Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and finally we are at the last video of all the monthly content that came out this month, starting from your Valiant EQ, then your Paragon Gauntlet, then your new recruitment side quest, then this your Alliance Wars showcase, and this is the last video. So there has been a lot of content this month, and on top of it also Battlegrounds meta and Alliance Wars, so it's been a crazy time in the game. So finally this is going to be the last video before I get back to my weekly uploads of the side quest. So here we are. This path is all about your skill champions, as you've noticed from the thumbnail, and you just have to bring in mutant champions, but the caveat is that you have to bring in champion that are hashtag Coda. So my favorite champion is going to be Storm. She just applies some huge crits, like they are like, I've seen some of the crits going up to 2.5 million, so she's just nuts for this one. All you need to do is just stack up your prowess and let her do all the damage. And yeah, most of the defenders on this path will be the ones that will either shrug off your stuns or they will have cleanse on them. So you will need a champion that can counter both of them. So Storm is a great one because even if they cleanse off the stun, they will be passively stunned. So Storm is going to be really amazing. There are quite a few other champions that I've mentioned on the right side of the screen. The counters and the path and the nodes mentioned are going to remain the same. There's not much difference there. So one really good champion is going to be NTW because of the passive stun and all of those stacking incinerates, and all the incinerates can be refreshed and the damage just increases. And if you're not aware about the nodes, the defender will take less damage in the first minute, and then slowly they will start taking 100% damage, and by the time you get to 120 seconds you are going to do 100% damage to the opponent. So I basically skipped all the beginning of the fights. Like I was just showing you 30 seconds of the start of the fight, then I skipped the 130 in between, because that is just, you have to wait for them to start taking full damage, and I'm showing you the last minute of the fight just to show you a bit of the counters, but counters mostly remain the same. So check it out and let me know if you have any questions. I am not going to do a commentary on every video because some of the fights are like Aegon are really vanilla ones, but some of the fights like Jabari Panther I'm gonna do some commentary, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, let's jump on to the next fight. Moving ahead, we are going to have Mantis. I'm just going to use a Colossus here. Of course, I'm running the synergy with Omega Red. The only thing you need to take care about here with Mantis is you always push her to an SP2. Now, the way you can do that is you can either use a striker for a prolonged combo and push her to an SP2, or what you can do is use 4-hit combos and block. That usually triggers the opponent to throw a heavy attack, and that gives you opening to go in one more combo with a special attack, and that helps you push Mantis to an SP2. Why do you have to push her to an SP2? Because SP1 can apply sleep and that can give her opening to attack you, but this way it's much easier to manage the fight. So almost giving her 1 bar of power, then waiting out for her to throw a heavy, 4-hit combos and block, then let her throw a heavy again, and then go back in, push her to an SP2, easy peasy, and you go back in, wait it out again, let her throw a heavy attack, and then you have an SP2 ready. So you can constantly push her to an SP2, and that you should be able to take out this fight quite easily. So the only caveat is make sure that you push her to an SP2. Now this next fight took me quite a bit with Apocalypse because I did not bring in a synergy to start with 4 of those charges. So that took me quite a while to build those up, and also with Black Panther Civil War, when it's active, if you try to knock him down, you cannot knock him down because he goes unstoppable. So that was also a bit annoying to deal with, but eventually it took me like 5 minutes to take him down, but I was able to. I'm just showing you a shorter version of it. But if you're going through this one, don't use Apocalypse, use another champion that can deal with his shenanigans and apply a lot of damage. Like I would probably go with NTW, or another good champion that I would go with would be your Storm, because she can just literally nuke him down with 2 or 3 SP2s. But yeah, this is an annoying fight. Don't make the mistake I did, just bring in the right champion. But Jabari Panther is also annoying in the sense that she is going to have cleanse. So if you bring in the champion that just does a regular stun, that is going to be cleansed off. So you need a better champion. You need either a Storm or somebody like NTW, or any champion that is Mutant and Coda that can do any passive stun. That is going to work for Jabari Panther. So make sure you bring that. I was just going on Apocalypse just to make sure that I get all of the 4 charges so I can apply that Horseman pre-fight on Colossus. In hindsight, if you want to do that, just do it from the beginning of the path, and Colossus should literally destroy everything. Even Storm, any Horseman will work, to be honest. You don't have to struggle this much. I am really, like, shortened the fights. I've done some cuts here so you only see the best parts, but trust me, when they don't take damage in the beginning of the fight, and the cleanse is also annoying because you didn't bring in the right champion, can be quite frustrating to deal with. But make sure you bring a champion like NTW or Storm that can passively stun, and you should be good here. The cleanse will not matter. Up you have a Kate Bishop. Just remember with Kate Bishop, you do not stun her, you do not parry her, because if you try to attack after the parry, she is going to evade you and then can do quite a bit of damage. Now I have brought in a Colossus who is immune to cold snap, so I'm not really worried if even if I get kind of SP1 in the face, but that's okay. But remember, just keep her to an SP1 and you should be good. And also make sure that you just hold your block, or if you parry her accidentally, let her, you know, come and try to heavy you in your block, and only then you attack into it. And the SP1 gives you enough opening to go back in and attack her. And just before the boss, we have a very tanky and nasty Attuma. Now again, I brought in an anti-W. She kind of works fine, but the problem is at 10 hydration charges on Attuma, all of those charges of incinerates are removed. So in hindsight, it would have been better if I brought in a champion with shock, So somebody like Storm would have worked really better here because the shock cannot be dispelled and I am able to remove all of those hydration charges quite quickly. And yeah, but then again, Negasonic also worked out fine. Eventually I was able to heal up also, and then the SP2 and the SP1 rotation worked out super well. I was able to remove all of those hydration charges with one big SP2 and then keep refreshing with my SP1, so that kind of worked out for me. But it was a game of seesaw. Once he will throw an SP2 and remove all of those charges, then I will throw my SP2 and reapply. So yeah, to avoid that, bring a champion with shocks and you should be good. And for your final boss is going to be a Nick Fury. Don't worry, not difficult, just a very meaty, tanky Nick Fury. You are using Mutant champion, so you should be alright. I just used my rank 3 Colossus with Omega Red Synergy, and also to add, I've also activated Horseman on him, so he was doing some really amazing crits. So yeah, pretty straightforward. Just take him to a corner, try to push him to an SP2 with the help of your specials and your strikers. You should be good. You can also use 4 hit combos and block to trigger a heavy attack from him, and then you can use that to your advantage. So yeah, that's pretty much about it for this one. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. All of the monthly kind of new content is done, so I'll be back doing the side quests again. And let me know in the comment section if you have any questions, if you need any help. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Bye.